Okay, so next we'll see the basics in the centroid. So first thing is reference axis. Okay, so always a simple rectangle I have taken here. So width is B and depth is D. Okay, for this rectangle, what is this reference axis? Bottommost is the reference axis, leftmost is the reference axis. You got it? Fine. So first thing you should know basic is reference axis. Next is so next thing what you should know is centroid. So in that two centroid was there, universal centroid. So universal centroid I'll denote by G, capital G, and next thing is local centroid, small g. Okay, so in this one only one object is there, only rectangle is there, so it is universal centroid and local centroid, both are same, capital G. But in case of if you take one T section, we have formula only for rectangle, square, no? Okay, rectangle, triangle, semicircle, quadrant circle formula. But here for T section we don't have any formula. Okay, for plane area, rectangle we have formula, but for this T we don't have. So what we have to do, it's a combination of rectangle we should consider. So combination of rectangle means here you need to know this term. What is universal centroid? For this one rectangle and for this two rectangle there will be a common one centroid will be there, that is universal centroid. Okay, and for this rectangle there will be one local centroid at this point. For example, this I'll take G1. Okay, and this is the one area, the second area, rectangle. For this there will be one local centroid, G2. This is what about universal centroid and local centroids. Okay, so next thing what you should know, centroidal axis. I'm just explaining the main things that you should know to do the problems as well as derivations, basic things. Centroidal axis. Centroidal axis, also two centroidal axes were there. What is the first is universal centroidal axis. Second thing is local centroidal axis. Okay, so here can you tell me what is local centroidal axis? For this rectangle, there will be one local centroidal axis will be there, small g, x is small g, y small g. This is what G1. Okay, so local centroidal axis. And next for second rectangle, if it is G2, x G2, y G2, there is a local centroidal axis, the point where the whole area is assumed to be concentrated. For a rectangle it is at the center only. And what is universal centroidal axis? We have to draw the whole figure. Okay, next is reference axis. So what is a universal centroid? At the G point. This is what universal centroidal axis. You got it? This term, what is universal and local centroid? Now we'll come to our main important point. What is the important point? Centroid. So centroid also two types were there. What is the centroid? We have to note down x bar and y bar. We have to note down x1, y1 or x2, y2, etc. These terms we are going to know now. Okay, so what is x bar? I have told you x bar is the distance from what to what? Reference axis, y to the x means what? Universal centroid, universal centroidal axis. What is the axis? That is one yg. So what is the distance? Distance y to yg is x bar. Similarly, what is y bar? x to xg. Distance from reference axis x, universal centroidal axis. Okay, so can we denote over here? Can we denote in this figure? I'll otherwise I think here. So the distance from x to xg, you'll see that in the figure. It is a universal centroidal axis, right? Okay, universal centroidal axis. First we should draw reference axis. Okay, x, y. Okay. So the distance from x, this is reference axis. It's y axis. I'll draw like this. It will be easy to understand. Universal centroid axis. Now marking x and xg is very simple. X bar and y bar. What is x bar and y bar? The distance from reference axis x to xg is y bar. The reference axis y to yg is called x bar. Okay, so this is what x bar and y bar. Once again I'll repeat it. So the distance from y to yg is x bar. The distance from x to xg is y bar. So universal x bar and y bar you understood. Now local x1 and y1. How to do it? Local x1 and y1.